Rich Rising. I'm not going to be long. I just want to tell you I saw your responses about the candle class, the beginner's candle class. Now, we're going to go deeper if you want the beginner, the middle class, and then the advanced classes that get very deep and more intense. If you want to be in a group or beginner's class, I can do that within the next week. I'll start off with the introductory fee of $99. I guess we'll say $99.99 since that's my number, 9999. And my birthday's in a couple of days on the 27th. 27 is 9. So we're going to do 9s right now, 9999. It'll be for an hour. And then we'll do some question and answer, just a little. You know, you don't have to be in a group. You can have me one-on-one. Now, it's going to cost you a little more. It won't be a whole bunch starting off, but if you just want one-on-one with me, we can do, and all these are private. These are not public, so nobody will see them public. You can, I'm going to give you a link where you can get the private live with me. After that, you need to download it. If you want to be on the phone with me, one-on-one, and we do a private class, you want to tape it, that's fine. Or we might, I don't know, I might do, I'm not going to promise that it's going to always be on a video if you do it with me private, unless you pay more, because then I got to go through more changes. I got to get dressed. You got to see me. Probably I'm thinking maybe on the video, when we do the private class, I have to probably sit at the table or something so I can show a candle. Basically, the more detailed it gets, I'm trying to keep it simple, then you have to donate more because I have to go through more changes. I have to get supplies. I would suggest, you don't have to, but if you want to get the candle of your choice, and the color of your choice, that's fine. Depending on what you're working on. If you want to get red for love, pink for love, green for money, black and red reversible, just black itself, brown, blue, etc. Court case, legal case, whatever it is you're wanting to work on, I guess that would be good because the show is about beginners prayer candle magic. Then you can just have the candles of your choice and have them lit there while we're doing the class. We're going to go over colors, the meanings of colors, mental science, some of the basic things that you need to know. And I think that's the first place for you to start, is when you're doing your magic, when you're doing your prayers, when you're connecting to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, how you want to call it. Everything is mental, emotional, and spiritual, but you need the physical tool for you to lock in to bring it down here. So I think it should be fun. I'm glad that you're interested. If you want to, you can send your Cash App right now. I mean, like I said, if you want to, if I have enough people by the end of the week, which Monday, we'll do the group one, and we will continue to do them. We can do it the weekend. If I get, let's say, 5 to 10 people, we can do it the weekend. If it's not enough, like 5 or 10 people, because I want it to be worth my while to start off, you can always contact me. I have private students. I do one-on-ones. And if you just want to be to yourself, you want to be private, you don't want people to know what you're being taught, what you're learning, totally fine with me. I understand it. You can contact me today, anytime. And some of the people, we do a class, private sessions with them. Only certain types of people. I don't deal with argumentative and drama. I'm going to drop you quick. So if you got that in you, don't come near me, because I ain't got time for this shit. They might do it once a week, once every 2 weeks, and also just basically twice a month or whatever they can afford once a month. I work with them if they're students that I want to deal with where we get along and I don't have no drama. And that way they learn at their own pace because they're always talking to me. You know, we're doing a class every month. We're working on things. They get hands on me. You can contact me privately when you're one of my students. I'm not, if I'm just busy right then, but I will get to you. I work very closely with my students. Let me see, for you all that don't know, my Cash App and my address, it's AlexyssKTylorVP@gmail.com. I'm going to put it in the description. It's my name, AlexyssKTylorVP@gmail.com. And the Cash App is GOD9XX. 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 And like I said, I don't take everybody to be my private students, and you need to send me a picture so I can see your eyes and your full name. But you'll get a deeper, connection with me if you're working with me privately. I mean, it's still going to be, intense. I'm going to give you the best of me. If you're in a group, it's just up to what you feel. Because you'll have more access to me if you're doing one-on-one private lessons with me. So I think it'll be fun. I'm excited. I think it'll be quite interesting for you all that like that kind of thing. I love candles. I love magic. I love prayers. You are magical beings, and I'm glad the ones that are interested know that you're magical beings. So you're probably already spiritual, you're already intuitive, you're already psychic, which makes it better. And this will help you develop more of your psychic ability. It's fun. And you're tapping into the higher levels of yourself. I'll do what I can to help you do that. Okay. So I just wanted to tell you that it's on now. You can, look, please get out of here with the dumb shit. I don't have to show my face every time I do a goddamn show. Just go away. You can start now. You can send your donation now. And like I said, if I have a group of you this weekend, we can go live sometime this week or the weekend, depending on what your schedules are. I'm not a morning person, usually evening and night. And if you're not available during the evening or that time, I'll give you the link to where you can go see it. You can get it and you can download it. This is only for people that are donating. I'm tired of users. I'm tired of people trying to take advantage of me and shit. So it's not going to be a place where you can come and watch shit for free. I'm just tired of it. So you'll get private links. And again, if you don't want to wait for that, you want to start today, you want to start tomorrow with private one-on-one with me. This is basically what I do every day. So you can contact me about getting a private class with me, private session. And again, I'm not a morning person, honey. I just got up and get ready to do what I need to do for myself. Evening and night is much better for me. However, if you're a private student of mine and it's early during the day and you need to reach me and something's important, I will talk to you. I'm not going to say, no, you can't talk to me till nighttime. I wouldn't do that. But everybody else, no, you won't. I don't teach that this early. It's too early. Okay. One other thing I want to say, y'all, don't buy and don't eat no more Campbell soup. I love the Campbell's chunky soup, but I'm going to tell you something I have never told anybody. Your favorite one I like was the chicken noodle, especially if you got a cold or something, you know, old school. Growing up, that chicken noodle soup, you know, what it's like you feed a cold and you starve a fever. And so we would get that chicken noodle soup and our medicine, and we would just sleep, you know, rest and sleep, and orange juice and water. Okay. I stopped buying the Campbell's chunky chicken noodle soup because I noticed when I would try to chew the chicken was hard to chew. So a lot of times I just stopped buying because I was wasting my money, because I would take the chicken bits out of it and I eat the noodles and maybe a little bit of the vegetables, or just drink. I like the taste of the broth. But I stopped fucking with it because I couldn't really, and there was something funny tasting about it. And then my other favorite was the sirloin burger. I stopped buying it and I stopped eating it because the meat, when you chew it, sometimes it's hard to chew it up and break it up. Like when you're chewing it, it don't break up good and you're trying to swallow it, and it had no taste, or the taste wasn't the same. It was something wrong with that shit. So I stopped buying the Campbell's chunky, the sirloin burger. I used to love the sirloin burger with the beef and the potatoes and shit, but that meat didn't taste right, and it wasn't breaking down when I was chewing it, and it would fuck up my guts. So I couldn't chew that chicken. Couldn't chew, or I'm chewing that sirloin burger from chunky Campbell soup. It's not breaking down. It's still bits of it in your mouth, and it didn't taste like nothing. Okay. Look at the news today, please, because an employee, a former employee at Campbell's, was fired. I don't know what kind of dispute they had, but when he met with one of the vice presidents, the president went on a rant and was cussing and saying that he come to work high a lot of the time, and that the Campbell's soup is for poor people. Only poor people buy it. Who's going to eat it? Said he would never eat the Campbell's product anymore because it is artificial meat and it is made with a 3D printer. Who wants to eat fake chicken and fake beef? And said all these poor people are eating that shit, and that he would never fucking touch it. So I'm sure you're talking about black folks, honey. Y'all need to look at that. Got him on tape. Yes. I mean, everybody know that's bioengineered. I mean, to take some meat made out of cells in a lab that is going to destroy your body. No wonder why a lot of us are having gut problems, digestive problems, gas and bloating, different so-called bowel diseases that they're making up, because they know that they're creating them by giving you a frankenfood, fake meat, fake vegetables that they're making in labs, and then 3D printer meat, and your body doesn't recognize it, and your body cannot digest it, and it's creating holes in the gut, mental, emotional, hormonal problems. Now we have confirmation that all these rich white people that hate us and don't like us, and during this administration, they're making it very clear they want us to go back to slavery. That's how they see us, as dogs and animals. And they're making it very clear they've always felt that way. That's why in certain rooms you don't see us in, and you ain't. Because they want to take money and opportunities from us like they always have. But they can be as wide open and honest as they want to be. They've been giving us stuff to kill us. And you see all these health problems, you think they're natural. Oh, that's a part of aging. No, it's not. They're deliberately deteriorating the body. And then they come to work, they make billions of dollars off of a product that they do not eat. But they will not publicly tell you that. That's why they last longer, they live longer, they have better foods, cleaner foods, organic foods, natural meats, while they give you trash. and give you chemicals and artificial foods that make you sick as hell, and you have no proof of it unless we start testing this. I think, was it the food ranger or the health ranger that works with Alex Jones? He started testing some of it. That's why I do not touch McDonald's. I do not touch their french fries. And I was in love with the french fries. I used to just go get french fries. Until I see all the ingredients and chemicals that they put in it, and the oil, those vegetable oils are deadly when they are raised to a certain temperature, and frying those potatoes are chemically engineered. And I knew they started really binding up my gut. And when I saw the fibers and the wire fibers in the chicken nuggets, you can look at this on YouTube and you can see he put it under a microscope, all types of artificial fibers and plastic in the nuggets. And you're giving them to your children. You think it's cute. And you're causing them mental and emotional problems and dumping them full of sugar, artificial sugar at that. I don't touch it. It's basically hardly anything we can eat depending on these people, because they made it very clear they want us dead. They want to kill us, and then want to make it illegal in certain areas where you cannot have your own chickens, your own cows, and your own vegetables. Basically population control. Y'all need to look at it. It's on YouTube. You can hear this man saying these things, and then after that, the employee, I think, reported to his supervisor. They didn't do anything, and they fired him. I think he said it was like 10 months ago, and he was holding on to the tape. He just released it, and now he has a major lawsuit against Campbell's. I hope there is a major fallout behind this, because that means they have been forcing us to eat what we did not want by sneaking it in. But you'll know, because whatever product that you buy, whatever food product you buy or drink, when it doesn't taste the same or it has no fucking taste. And I thought it was just meat. And I'm like, either this is stale, or this meat is old, or this ain't beef. This is something else. And that was maybe like a year ago. I don't fucking buy it. And I thought maybe it was just me, or maybe I have an issue, or I have a taste issue. I wish y'all would comment when we finish this. Put your comments under the video, because I thought it was just me, so I didn't bring it up. It's not for your body to deteriorate, not to just break down like that. Because if you look at some of the older people in your family, and you look at some of the birthdays now, I'm seeing some older people turning 100 years old. And they're still alive. They can still walk, talk, see. They don't have Alzheimer's or dementia. They know who you are. They know who they are. What did they grow up eating, and what do they eat now? Because they're still alive. Some of them might have assistance, but some of these people are walking around functioning. Especially if you look at Asian societies and what they eat and what they don't eat. But I've been seeing some black and white people that they've been celebrating here in Atlanta. They're 100 years old, and around the United States, men and women. You need to look at them, or look at the ancestors in your family, the ones that lived a long time, and see what they ate. And most of them grew their own food, or they ate from farmers, and they got their meat butchers from farmers or kosher. We're going to starve. If you're one of those types of people that you don't want that stuff because it's killing you, we have to find alternatives, because they're trying to stop you from finding alternatives. And Bill Gates is doing everything he can to modify food and to make it Franken food, fake food, to kill you. You know, that Bragg's apple cider vinegar, I think Bill Gates bought that company. And they're saying that Bragg's apple cider vinegar don't taste the same. It doesn't do the same. I guess you have to look to see. It's called, I think they're saying, with the mother. That's on the bottle, the mother. I don't know if he owns all of it, but I stopped buying it because of that, because he has genetically modified it. It's not effective, and you know, because it doesn't have a flavor, it doesn't have a taste. Why? Because the fucking soul is gone. The soul and the spirit and the essence of the plant and of the meat. I knew it. I knew it. I just thought it was me. And my son had a cold maybe a couple weeks ago, and I ordered like 3 cans of the chicken. I said, maybe you need the big can of chicken noodle. I ain't buy no more. It was the same shit, that same goddamn chicken. I picked a little bit of the chicken up out of the soup when I was warming it up in the pot. It was hard. It's kind of crumbly. I said, something's wrong. I know I'm not crazy. Something wrong with this shit. And then when I heard that tape today, yeah, Latoya barely has a taste. Even though I put some seasoning in it, I was scooping the meat out, throwing it away. And that beef, like I said, I love that sirloin burger Campbell soup, that chunky Campbell, that addition I would eat, because the other one was thin. It really didn't fill you up. I like that one with the sirloin burger Campbell soup. Shit, you won't find that shit in my house no goddamn more, because that was maybe a year ago, maybe early this year. I even got the low salt one because I like the salt and stuff. And he said the salt was enough to kill a person. He said 1 can of that soup, it was enough salt to last you a whole fucking day, along with that dead, soulless fucking fake meat in there. That stuff has no soul, no spiritual essence. Let me tell you something. Not only can you talk to water as you whisper down in it and pray in it, and we're going to get into that's part of one of the rules for the prayer class with your fluids. And you can speak to the water, but also speak to plants before you eat them and when they inside your body, because they turn on certain chemicals. But then if you overeat plants, and be careful which ones you eat, they also can attack your body and fuck your ass up, even though they're natural. And they have not been genetically modified. You're eating too many plants, or certain plants, they are alive and they know you eating them. They don't like that shit. So you can overeat certain plants and they'll turn on in your body and release chemicals to fuck you up, so you'll stop putting them in your goddamn mouth. So okay, you notice that too. Yeah, and it gets cold as soon as you, what is it? I don't know what that word is. Calm. It doesn't stay hot. No, I noticed that shit too. It don't stay hot. But that goddamn meat, like the consistency, almost like rubber, like a rubber band, real chewy like, and then I'm chewing the shit and it's breaking up. But then it got little crumbs or little knots of it in there. It ain't breaking up in your mouth completely like it used to. And then the taste is dead. It ain't got no flavor. No matter how much salt and pepper I'm goddamn putting on it, it ain't got no flavor. I said that's why I stopped buying it, because it was vegetables in there. It was potatoes. I don't know if they fake too, but I could kind of chew them. But I'm like, it's that goddamn beef. I'm not fucking with this shit. I ain't buying this can no more. And it tastes like shit. Because there's a soulless being you're eating. It's really like you're eating a piece of paper or cardboard or shit. Might well goddamn eating air, because this shit is not real. It doesn't have an essence in it. And they're claiming it's animal cells. Well, why don't you sense a soul? I couldn't feel it. I couldn't sense it when I was chewing. I couldn't feel that food. It's like I just had something dead in my mouth. So I said, you know what, it's probably just me. I don't know what the fuck going on with me, because I can't eat this soup and enjoy it no more. The fuck, or my mouth, my teeth, like what the fuck? I like, why I can't get into this and why I can't break this chicken down. See, then this man just confirmed that shit. How would you say I like that? Some hologram soup. Okay. You know what? That reminds me of the scene from The Matrix 1, where that man said, I know when Mr. Smith came to him, got him to sell out Morpheus and set him up and kill him. He said, I know this is not real estate that I'm getting ready to put in my mouth, but it feels good, just the thought and the sensation of having the experience of putting it in my mouth. Ate it, but he really wasn't eating it. It was a hologram. It was a part of the Matrix. That's where we are. So y'all listen to it. It's on YouTube. When that Campbell's exec, you know, goes on rant, or Campbell's exec exposed, how you want to put it in there. This was just released. You need to listen to him. And there was a white man, and he was extremely angry. I don't know why he was so angry, especially when he doesn't eat frankenfood. And then said he be on that shit. When he come to work, he be high. A lot of the goddamn days coming there fucked up. And only he said, I don't even touch it. I wouldn't touch none of the products we make. Only poor people eat the products we make. Yeah, but you won't tell the public that that's what you're now serving them. One way or another, you're going to incorporate it. Even the bioengineered, what they call it, some kind of product, but it's really the vaccine. Now they have passed a law that while you're in surgery, and even if you're sleeping, they can inject you. There's a law passed. They don't have to tell you. They're going to get that shit in your body one way or another. As long as you are inside of this system, it's going to alter your DNA. And who knows how it's going to affect everyone or your children that you're having. You said it's like that for me too. But the thing is, I'm young and didn't have it when it was actually good. So it's been trash to me. I haven't eaten that stuff my whole life. It was basically off and on. And when I got sick the past few years, and I had to get it, but I've always been into research and studying and know about those things. I would never touch those soups and eat them as a staple in my life, as an everyday meal. I ate them because I had been struggling with health issues the past 10 years and dealing with mold and all that. And then I learned that's another reason why I backed up off of it, because I was dealing with the mold. And you don't want to eat a lot of canned food unless you know where it's coming from and that it's healthy and safe. Buying it from these big corporations like that, you don't know how much metal is leaching into the food. Depends on how long it's been in the can, the date, if the date is accurate. So, I mean, that's your choice. You want to eat it. Just don't say you don't know. So whether you got a lot of money or not, you don't have to have a lot of money to have a cleaner diet. You know, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's up to you, honey. I don't beat up people about their choice anymore. I don't have time. All I got to worry about is me and the people that are listening to what I have to say. So you can do your own research. You can know for yourself. Whether you take heed or not, you can still know. That way you cannot say you are ignorant. But to say you can't afford it, honey, there are food banks, there's farmers markets, there are farms. You might have to change what you're eating, you know, more fruits and vegetables to your diet to get cleaner sources of meat. But it can be done on a budget. So I don't like those types of excuses. You must like it, because there are plenty more things you can eat besides a can of soup that are healthier than that, and that don't cost a whole bunch of money. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I just want you to let you know, if you want to start, no, it's important what goes in your body and what comes out your body. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I'm not going to put all kinds of junk and fake shit in my mouth and say it doesn't matter. What matters is what comes out, because that shit is not coming out. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. So I'm not going to respond to that shit no more. So to say it's not what goes in your body, I just really can't get with that one. What you saying? It's like that for me too. Yeah, okay. Okay, good. You saw it. You said I barely eat meat. No, I have no problem with meat at all. I like meat. I have a problem with fake meat. That's what I said. Because the vegetarian diet is not for everybody, and you're not going to get all your nutrients from a vegetarian diet. You have to also spend a lot of money buying supplements to replace the protein you're not getting from meat and meat byproducts. So that's your thing. It ain't going to never be my thing, because my body doesn't do well on just a vegetarian diet, and you're not going to get everything you need unless you got all of the supplements. And it's very expensive to be healthy and be a vegetarian, because you're going to have to supplement your diet since you refuse to have meat or dairy. So I don't agree with that one. That's not what I said. I said fake meat. Yeah, I agree with you, Tanya. I'm scared to eat in a lot of these restaurants too. Yeah, because some people, Bill Gates and all them are telling you to learn to eat insects to survive. Some of those insects are poisonous. They're filled with worms. I did not know until I looked the other day, the cicada bugs can have it's a parasite that will kill that bug, eat the insides out, get inside of it, and it still be alive and functioning, or the body is still functioning even though the cicada is dead. Put a drug, a chemical in it from the parasite to turn it into a sex addict, so it just be fucking, and drive the bird. The cicada's flying around like it's really alive, but you could see the inside was totally hollow, and this was done by a parasite. So they can do the same thing for you. Okay, Britt, I like my meat too. And I love fish. And some people's bodies have to have it. I have to have it. When I tried to do that vegetarian shit and that conscious shit, that shit was killing me. I looked like a crackhead. And then it's just very expensive. And then, oh yeah, just eat salad every day and all that lettuce and shit. That shit'll tear up your fucking teeth. All that hard ass shit over time will tear your teeth up. Fuck that shit. Anyway, I'm going to go now and I'll put the information there. And like I said, you can have the group one or you can be with me one-on-one. You can contact me today. We can start today. We can start this week. Okay. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.